Hi Tracy, I was wondering why I'm paid $5 less per hour than the other paramedics, despite being 4 years more experienced. Excellent question. When I joined this company, I was told that all medics were paid accordingly to a standard pay scale based on experience. I'm hoping this is just some sort of crude oversight and that my pay can now be adjusted with back pay to account for the time I was not correctly compensated. This is actually a really well-structured message, by the way. If you're looking to kind of ask things like this, they do it really well because one, they're not sort of accusing just yet. They're sort of giving the employee the opportunity to be like, oh my God, I'm really sorry, let's sort that. So that is the right way to do it for the first message. And secondly, like they sort of base it on the experience. I was told this as that. So brilliant example of a text. The boss comes back. Who was it that you were discussing this with? Discussing salary is against company policy. This will have to result in disciplinaries. I mean, couldn't miss the point more. Like, how is that your response to that thing? Literally is, I'm being underpaid. I'm more experienced. This is what you told me. I'm hoping. And their response was, who have you been discussing with? It's like, no, you're like, but you can't give me a disciplinary for wanting to be paid fairly. Yeah, too fucking right. Not even fairly, like correctly would be my argument there. We give out disciplinaries for breaking company policy. This is in your contract. I can't believe they're latching onto this. In all fairness, what I'm asking for is a raise that fairly represents my experience and seniority with the company. So actually, I disagree with that. They're not asking for a raise. They're asking for what they should be being paid. That's actually different. A raise would be like, I'm doing well. Can I get more? This is what I should be getting. I'm not being paid fairly. I would have to look for work elsewhere if this isn't fixed. Oh my God, the patience on this person. New hires cost more because of the shifting market. This is the business. You are hired at this rate and have been happy to work on it, so we should keep you there. If you wanted more, you should have asked. If you're comfortable on your current rate, then why ask more? God, look. Firstly, the reason they didn't ask was they were told they were being paid a fair market rate against certain metrics. So that's just an unacceptable response. And secondly, I hate bosses who do this. Just because the market is more expensive, you're finding it hard to... Is that not a green sort of light going off in your head saying, wow, we need to look after employees. If it's really hard to find people and it's really expensive to hire more people, let's look after the ones we already have. That's the only logical response. So, this is just crazy. Your job is to save lives. This should not be about the money, or maybe you're not cut out for the job. Of course it's got to be about the money because yes, paramedic is an unbelievably tricky job. So I always argue they should be paid a hell of a lot more than they are considering what they actually do, because it is just nothing short of heroic. But you still got bills. You still got, this is what I mean, it's not, but it's got to be something about the money, because if you're worried about stress, if you're stressed about money and bills and rents and all that sort of thing, you're not going to be able to do a good job, are you? And then when it's an important job as paramedic, you start, you don't want mistakes leaking in for obvious reasons. So I don't even know how to respond to this. I'm sending this to HR. No point sending it to HR. They will tell you the same. Oh my God, you just have to leave. That's crazy.